Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Mike 55, Mike 55. Oh, here we go. Oh. Mike 55. Check 55, Mike. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Jackson. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. From the gun on third down, Jackson buying time to his left. And unable to connect, incomplete. Give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Jaguar football as they take over deep in their own territory. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
This is Hines, and he's up past the 10 to about the 12. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Watch the screen. Hey! Watch the whip. Go. I got him. I got motion man. Me. I got this. Shoot.
On 2nd down, it's Hines. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Some of these play calls, I think they're a little conservative, but you know me, because it's easy to sit up in this booth, right, and make all the calls and think I'm going to be correct. But I would like to see them open things up, because otherwise this defense is going to gang up on the run and shut them down.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. Well, earlier in the quarter when the defense was keying on the run, you said offensively they need to open things up, take some shots downfield. Didn't work there, but they did it.
Yeah, I'm not going to change my tune now. I still think it's the right play because when you take those shots downfield, you open the eyes of the defense to what you could do to them, and that may open some things up for you offensively.
On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. Not really any offense for them to speak of here in this first half. Maybe that's what they needed, that big play.
Yeah, and it seems that maybe everything changes right there. They've been a little slow out of the gate. We've seen that. But that one big play, that could spark a big burst right here.
They'll go with Pollard here on 1st down. It showed some tough running, but they'll drop him at the 5-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Jackson forced into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, But which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done? Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
X3, 218, chopper. Here we go. Jim, hard. Check. Fresno. Check out. Ready?
Now it's Hines. And he will double the space they have to work with as they take it from the 2 to the 4.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down.
80 weapon. 55. Right there in the middle. 55. Here we go. Yep. Hey, seam 6. Big grip.
He'll look to throw. And he's got the hook up to Moore. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
Well, they don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. To throw on 2nd and 6, Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6.
Let's go, Pete.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. To throw is Jackson. Dancing to his left. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 15. And the return will stop right around the 25. If you're a lover of offense, this has not been the half for you thus far. Luckily for me, though, I'm sitting next to a lover of defense, and we have had plenty of that, including that interception.
Yeah, and I mean, that still makes it a great game, doesn't it? Everybody talks about if the ball's not in the end zone and points going up on the board, it's not as much fun. I love these defensive battles. Something's got to give with these turnovers. Who can convert them into points?
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
You're out. Check.
2nd and 11. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback.
And the big guy catches the ball out of the backfield, and oftentimes it's quite a surprise to the guys playing defense because not ordinarily thought as a pass catcher, it often works when they decide to dial it up.
On the double. Mike 55, Mike 55. 1, 2, 3. Mike 55, Mike 55. Hey, rock it. Coming. Look at me. Door. You got tight right there. Hey, lock it. Watch the shift. Check three. Hey, wahoo. Under 10. Go.
Looking to throw. And that is incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on third down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a fourth down decision.
And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10.
Watch the screen. Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Get that. Go.
Throwing again. Jackson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. And the Jags have 5 in the secondary here on third down. Play action. Now Jackson out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. Well, he was just trying to contain DeAndre Hopkins, and he got a little too close.
And because of his ability to line up in different spots on the field and come at you from different angles, different guys have to cover him, and all of them have the same issue. How do you do it without interfering? In this case, it didn't get done.
So the big play moves him all the way across midfield to the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Mike, check, 59.
Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Different story this time around. We had that huge gain followed by a sizable loss here.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and end up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, 81 right there. He's sneaky. Check that guy.
Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. Going deep for Hopkins. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Trevor Williams with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Check 31, check. Gone. Kill. Turn up, go.
They'll keep it on the ground again here. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. Now Tennessee going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Let's go. 70, Indy. Hey, high 7. Hey, Mike's 50. Now.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Everson Griffin in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Matt Bosher now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. And the punt goes out of bounds. Where will they put it? They'll put it just inside the 45-yard line. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play.
And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. After a rare scoreless first half, these teams now just looking for something as the second half gets underway. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we thought this game had the potential to be tight, maybe not this tight, scoreless as we start the 3rd quarter.
And I love the way you use the word tight. I'm going to take it a little bit different direction here because it's not just tight on the scoreboard. I think both offenses have been tight in how they've played this game. No one's been loose. No one's been free. They've got to find a way to make some plays, and I don't think you do it if you're really tight in everything that you're doing in the game.
13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down. On first down, Pollard. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He's going to loft one deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 13. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirt.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. The Jags picking up the first down there, a gain of 12. They run with Hines. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 24-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
Hey, let's get in them holes. Switch it, switch it, switch it. Come on, switch it.
Hey, Sam off. Leo.
Safety's creeping.
Yes.
Check 99.
Look, squeeze.
Rush in.
Fire.
2nd and 10. He's just going to dump this one off to his fullback out of the backfield. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Go. 90 Wolf.
Squeeze, double up.
Ready?
They'll look to throw here on 1st down. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
We got Mike 50, huh? Time to go, night.
Big grip.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd. This defense trying to do its part, active hands on that play, but their offense hasn't given them much to work with.
So they're not going to worry about it. On their side of the ball, all they're concerned about, can they create some scoring opportunities and help out that offense?
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
You must be dreaming.
Yo, go.
Mike 5. I know he ain't got it.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's got his target. That's more. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 34-yard line. Catch number 100 for his career right there, and it's good enough to keep the chains moving.
1st and 10 at the 34-yard line.
Ready up.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Here's Hines. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. A loss of 2 there. 2nd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on 3rd down.
Watch the slip.
He'll drop to throw. Completes it to Samuel. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Ready.
This quarterback now, 5 straight completions here in this 2nd half. 1st and 10. They'll run here with Balaj. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
When you find that kind of yardage, you couldn't be more confident as a ball carrier. And guess what? You're going to go back and tell your offensive coordinator, I'd like to keep carrying it, thank you.
Hey, switch gears. Shift.
Rock it.
Alert 3. Watch out.
Pilot, 64, weak.
Safe. He's coming. Double up.
Now.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a 1st. They run again with Hines. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
61, matchbox lights.
Mike 56. Mike's 56.
Hey.
Watch the run. 56 to Mike, boys. 56.
Hey, orbit.
Hey, we got to get to the ball, D. We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving.
Look at me. Door. And
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. It's picked up by the Titans. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. And at this stage in the game, sure, you wanted the touchdown. You're already in the red zone, but boy, you squandered a chance to at least get the field goal there, so no points out of this, and we stay tied.
Very disappointed team. No one more disappointed than the kicker who thought he had a chance to be the hero of the day. All they had to do was trot him out on the field. They didn't even give him an opportunity.
After the fumble recovery, it's Jackson eluding the pressure right. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Let's go now.
At the 19-yard line.
Check 55 to Mike.
On 2nd down, it's Pollard. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this third quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. We saw a number of good games earlier today. This one might top all of those. It's been a dandy as we come up on 1st and 10.
Mike, check.
From the gun, Jackson. And the Jags get to him as down he goes. Jamie Collins picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
He's checking. Crash. SOS.
Here's Jackson to throw. Rolling to his right. Going deep for Hopkins. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. In case you were wondering, last scoreless tie in the NFL, 1943, Giants and Lions. So here we are in the 4th quarter, nothing yet on the scoreboard.
Well, I've got a feeling, partner. I've got a feeling that this is going to be the drive. In fact, something big might happen defensively.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
55, Mike, 55. Here we go. Mike 55, Mike 55, Mike 55. Come on, baby.
6-6, bullet. Ready.
Back to throw here. Open man is Samuel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. That one good for a gain of 13 for Jacksonville and a first down.
That's good for a Jacksonville 1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10.
36.
22 jet bomber.
Check 4. Check it, hot read.
Hey, lock it.
Check the backer.
Lead River.
Balaj. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Let's go now. 15 line.
Watch time.
Get it.
Now back to throw. Complete. It's Johnson. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Some think the teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Gone.
On third down, Hines. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
Here we go. 8, read.
It's just me and you.
Go.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Solid running on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 39-yard line.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Let's go, defense. Our time. This is our time. Hey, check Mike.
Here's a 2nd and 7. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
The throw over the middle taken in. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. A gain of 8 there on the 8th play of the drive. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
Hey, that QB's trapped.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on 3rd down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They stay on the ground. Again, it's Hines. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. A field goal could get them the lead, but it might not be enough here as they come up on 1st and goal.
Undercrush.
General West.
Check. Big edge.
Now a give right side. It's Hines. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
Yeah, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead.
Now.
On 2nd down now, it's Hines. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Nyheim Hines, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they're able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Important extra point up and through, and that makes the score 7-0. Joseph now to kick this one away.
Let's go, baby. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And we've seen drive after drive come up empty for them, and they've yet to dent the scoreboard, yet still right in the middle of a 1-score game.
So this is where you absolutely have to forget everything that's happened in your previous drives. They don't matter right now. You just mentioned it.
And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Jamie Collins in there to take him down, and the clock will roll. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
59 Mike, 59 Mike. Check, 59. Watch the run.
Here's Jackson. And the catch made by Hopkins. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Let's go, D. Tighten up. Let's go, D. Tighten up. Mike, check. 59. What we got?
Jackson to throw. He's going to let it fly. And yes, he's into the end zone. So they get the late score they needed. And now the extra point can tie this thing up in the final minute.
The receivers have been running them ragged. Maybe some tired legs in the secondary, maybe some tired legs in the pass rush. Didn't get to him, and look what resulted. A touchdown, tie game. They've got a chance to take the lead.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And with time a factor here late, he'll just take a knee and they'll put it out to the 25. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Watch the screen. Check 13.
Leo.
Watch the safety creep. Check. Crunch.
Look. Squeeze.
Check. Kill.
Big rip.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 33 seconds remaining.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
60 or
55. Watch the run. Good shot, baby. That's a baby shot. Sponge. No.
get it.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. 19 yards that time for number 19. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Hines, and they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line.
Ready. 60 outlaw.
You.
Hey, Haywood.
Mike 55. Hey, eat.
Go.
2nd and 13. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 17-yard line. Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
So a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
This is taken at his 4.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
At their own 26-yard line.
Let's go now.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
As we said, they control their own destiny now. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
Hey! Snap.
They'll keep it on the ground. Hines. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, that didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
And they need 5 yards on 3rd down here to keep this opening drive of OT alive. Now a first throw here in overtime. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The temptation to go for it probably there. Always is, especially in overtime. Got to punt it, though.
I think you're right. I think that you absolutely have to punt it away and trust your defense, especially play a little field position here. But you're so right about the temptation. Another way to satisfy that, though, line up in punt formation and fake it. That's another way to get it done.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Watch out for Hill on the return. 35 yards that time on the punt. And the Titans will be backed up deep to begin the drive as they take over 1st and 10. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Their defense did its job, got the stop. All they need is 3, and this is over.
Couldn't have done much else other than score themselves and end it. But they turned it back over to them, and now all they need is a field goal to win the game. An excellent job by the defense. Can the offense finish things off?
Now part 1 is done, now part 2. A huge play there in overtime. 54 yards on the ground. So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field. They'll run with Pollard. And a 5-yard gain as he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Going to run again here with Pollard. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down? In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. And he gets this down to the 18. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks. On first down, Pollard able to fight for about 4 yards there to the 13. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Now Pollard. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settling, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys, poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. On third down, it's Pollard. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up first and goal now. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard that time, second and goal. The 6-yard line, the line of scrimmage on second and goal. Run for Pollard. And, he's going to be brought down by the face mask. Here come the flags. This is going to get him a first down. In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have poise.
They come out here in the I. So now then the penalty's got him set up with a first and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down. Back at the 5-yard line now, second and goal. They go again with Muhammad. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. Now another timeout called for by the offense. They'll be down to just 1 remaining as we step aside here in overtime. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes third and goal. They'll run with Muhammad. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime. Partner, a great game that we got to see and making it extra special. Not only did I get 4 quarters with you in this one, I got some overtime, a little whipped cream on top.
Look at you, trying to make this whole thing palatable.
I just want you to pay for my meal later.
You really just wanted 4 quarters, what you wanted. But how much fun was that? We had that type of a game where we got us to overtime, and then we get the dramatic ending to finish things off as well. What a game.
So for Tennessee, that early momentum continues here as they move to 4-0, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jaguars, they'll fall back to 500 at 2-2, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports, I'm Brandon Gaudin saying so long, everybody.